the expansion of English as a global language in the specific case of Canada. The first English contact with Canada was in 1497 when John Cabot, an Italian explorer who was sent by Henry VII of England, reached a Canadian island called Newfoundland. But it was a century after that when the English migration started along the Atlantic coast, when the English-speaking settlers were attracted by the farming, fishing, and fur trading industry. There was an ongoing conflict with the French, whose presence dated from the explorations of Jacques Cartier in the 1520s, but this came to an end when the French claims started gradually surrendered during the 18th century after they were defeated in the Queen Anne's War and in the French and Indian War. In the 1750s, thousands of French were deported from Acadia, modern Nova Scotia, and they were replaced by settlers coming from New England. After that, many others came from England, Ireland, and Scotland. With the United States Declaration of Independence in 1776, the loyalist supporters of Britain, or the found themselves unable to stay in the new United States, and most of them went for Canada. And they were soon followed by thousands, the so-called late loyalists, who were attracted by the cheapness of land, especially in the area called Upper Canada. This province, within 50 years, reached a population of 100,000, and by 2001, there were reported over 31 million people there, with two-thirds claiming English as their native language. Based on the 2011 census of population, 58% of the people reported English as their mother tongue, leaving French with 22% and other 200 Canadian native languages with 20%. And 63% of the last group reported also speaking English at home. The presence of French as a co-official language, mostly spoken in Quebec, produces a sociolinguistic situation not seen in other English-speaking countries. Due to its origins, the Canadian English has a lot in common with the English spoken in other parts of North America. And for those who live outside Canada, it's difficult to hear the difference. Many British people identify Canadian accent as American, and many Americans identify it as British. But Canadians themselves insist on not being identified by neither group. And certainly, the Canadian English variety has displayed a number of unique features. Well, that was it for today. I hope you liked it, and thank you for watching. Bye!